You're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
Have you ever had a girl be very eager to befriend you? She praises you, she compliments you, and seems to always want to be in your presence. She might start copying everything you do. Then all of a sudden, there's a switch. She starts belittling you, overly criticizing everything you do, and proceeds to try to humble you. She wants to be you, babe. Hi, Bella Beauties. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk about the girls that copy you, then turn around to hate and try to destroy you. Let's start from the beginning, okay? Which I call the friendship bombing phase. So friendship bombing is when somebody showers a new friend, quote unquote, with too much attention and affection in a short amount of time. And this is to form a close bond with you and make you dependent on them for external validation. So just like how narcissists do love bombing, there's also friends that will do friendship bombing. So it might seem positive and flattering at first, but make no mistake, guys, this is a manipulation tactic. How do you know when somebody is friendship bombing you? So for example, let's say you meet a new girl at a function and she starts complimenting you. And I don't mean regular healthy compliments like one or two here and there. No, so this person will overly compliment you. Like they will lay down thick, honey, to the point where you might feel uncomfortable, where like you might even feel like,
Listen, hey, the voice of reason is back in the building with another deep, interesting topic. I have never heard of the term friendship bombing. And of course, I don't follow instructions when people create topics for me. This topic was created for me, and I was told I was supposed to start that video at the 8:18 mark. But The friendship bombing piece is interesting too. And this is one of the reasons why I don't listen. Like most of the times I choose the videos, right? But I don't listen all the way through because I want to discover as the audience is discovering. I think it gives me an opportunity to think on my feet. But I'm actually glad we didn't follow instructions on that particular video, because I've never heard of the term friendship bombing, and I don't think it is psychologically supported. However, that's interesting. It jumps right into our topic tonight, because I've recognized this. I've had conversations with folk, and I've talked to, I can't tell you how many hundreds upon hundreds of couples, singles, men and women that I've had this conversation with. And tonight's topic is one of those topics. Is your person envious of your anointing? A deeper examination into the concept of anointing. And I think that that's still interesting, right? To have someone who is with you, but kinda against you because of your calling, what you have been called to do. And I think that that's interesting, because I think that taps into purpose, in my opinion. The concept of anointing often implies a divine or exceptional quality bestowed upon an individual, leading to unique capabilities or recognition. Envy, as distinct from jealousy, arises from a perceived lack rather than a fear of loss. In relationships, envy can be hidden. It could be a corrosive force, of course, particularly when coupled with psychological manipulation. This exploration will, on this particular show, will dive into the intricacies of envy in relationships, incorporating insights from various scholars and spiritual teachers, as I normally do. What are some psychological manipulation tactics used to instill doubt and insecurity in others, potentially derailing their progress and undermining their anointing? See, for me, like, if you guys have been on this journey with me, when you try to devalue somebody's anointing, or you try to undermine their anointing, not only is that jealousy, you're coveting, not only is that envy, but it's also, especially when you start to undermine, that slips right into the narcissistic devaluation phase, right? Like, you're not worthy of your anointing. You're not worthy of your calling. Now, I do know that you attract people of all walks, right? People who really, really enjoy and like and appreciate your anointing. But then there are other people that you attract that are jealous and envious of your anointing. How do you differentiate between the two? Right? How do attachment styles and early upbringing influence an individual's predisposition to envy you? Right? What patterns of behavior are indicative of an envious spirit? Have you ever been attracted to somebody that was envious of you? I don't know if I have. I don't think I have. I don't know if I have. Because, just my mindset is not focused to see that, I don't think. Can the negativity experienced from others serve as a mirror reflecting one's own relationship with self? That's interesting. What patterns, how do inner critics, worthiness wounds, and attachment styles contribute to self-awareness or its absence? Andy, have you ever been with somebody that was envious of you, that was low-key hating on you, like hating on the fact that you found your walk in life or you found your purpose? Maybe they hadn't found theirs. What are your thoughts?
Not to my knowledge. I wouldn't have known.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm not gonna say it's a gender thing. I'm not gonna say it because I don't look for people hating on me. I don't look to see. But I have had innumerable conversations. I've had a sister tell me the brother is envious of my freedom. The way I live my life, the way I move in life, he's envious of that. I said, what? It was a mind blower to me, right? I was blown away. Does it happen? And has it happened to you? I want to know. 1-800-920-1580. I've got questions. How might practicing gratitude, as suggested by Wayne Dyer, shift one's perspective and resilience in the face of envious feelings? Listen, I'm not jealous of anyone's happiness, right? I'm not. If you happy, I'm happy you happy, right? Now, what I don't like, and I've often said this before, if God gives you what you need, if God has provided for you, I think humility should be your walk, right? When God shows up and shows out for you in your life and everything is aligned and everything is right and your spirit is good and everything is coming through, I think that's the lane you should be in. Now, if you take the gifts that God has given you and then you begin to parade them in an attempt to belittle others, then I don't think you're acting in a spirit of gratitude. And what God giveth, we already know the rest. God can taketh away, right? How can therapeutic approaches such as cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT be used to address and transform envious thoughts and behavior? What role does self-compassion play in mitigating the effects of envy and promoting healthier relationships? Is it possible to say, you know what? Now, I don't want to put this out there, but I might as well. Okay, I won't. This happened in my family, so I won't reveal the family members. But this happened in my family. It was kind of like, you haven't discovered your purpose, right? There was a person dealing with a family member. They hadn't discovered their purpose. The family member was living their purpose. And it was almost like, I'm jealous that you got a purpose and I don't have a purpose, and I need to cling to you and try to convince you to let go of your purpose and join me. This happened, right? And it was like, no. What is it that you want to do? Well, I don't know. Well, this person knows what they want to do. And you're trying to devalue what they want to do because you want them to come along with you. But wait a minute, you don't know what you want to do. So why would you ask them to leave the road of certainty, which is the road that they're on because they're in alignment with their purpose? Why would you ask them to leave their purpose to come join you in a purposeless life? You don't even know what you want to do. Have you experienced that? True or false? Secret animosity and hidden jealousy indicate low self-worth and present an opportunity for personal development and recognizing of one's own anointing. Can you recognize what your anointing might be? Now, some people will look at an anointing as a particular talent or a particular skill. But what I'm trying to say an anointing is, or how I'm framing it, I'm saying your anointing is your purpose. Now, the term purpose can be exceedingly nebulous, right? Ephemeral even. People don't even know what nebulous might mean, right? Or they won't know what purpose might mean. But let me just say, something that aligns with your soul. Something that tells you this is what I'm here to do. Now, let me give you an example. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan his purpose was to play hoop, right? And he said, listen, imagine getting paid to do what you love. I think purpose is in alignment with love as well. Something where you're actually working, you're developing a craft, you're doing something, but it doesn't feel like work. Michael Jackson and Prince were the same way. They loved the music. Quincy is the same way. Loved the music so much that they couldn't imagine their lives without it. Right? That's purpose. And you can say that that's also anointing. But think about it. Look at it from Quincy's perspective. He had a difficult time with intimate relationships. He'll tell you this himself. He had a difficult time with intimate relationships, with marriages and everything. Why? Because it always ran aground of his purpose. He was married to the music. Music is his woman. How many times have you seen somebody jealous of your purpose? How many times have you dated someone who had a bone to pick with your path? I'm interested to know. When we come forward, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. I'm going to the phone line. It's not a monologue. It's a dialogue.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA delegation, listen up. Not feeling yourself lately? Has your weight loss dreams, have they turned into a weight gain nightmare? Have you been chasing those 20 pounds for the last 20 years? Then it's time for D-Herbs. D-Herbs Full Body Cleanse is a natural cleansing regimen that can help you lose 20 pounds in 20 days. The Full Body Cleanse will also boost your immune system and improve your digestion. With summer just right around the corner, stop chasing the 20-pound weight loss and propel yourself into a healthier lifestyle. To reboot your system and lose those 20 pounds, just go to dherbs.com and order your full body cleanse or call 866-434-3727. Mention KBLA 1580 and get 10% off your order. dherbs.com. Experience healing.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I've heard people say that too much of anything is not good for you, baby. But I don't know about that. As many times as we've loved and we've shared love and made love, it doesn't seem to me like it's enough. It's just not enough, baby. It's just not enough. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe. Girl, I don't know why I can't get enough of your love, babe. Lord, some things I can't get used to, no matter how I try. It's like the more you give, the more I want, and baby, that's no lie. Oh no, babe. Tell me, what can I say? What am I gonna do? How should I feel when everything is you? What kind of love is this that you're giving me? Is it in your kiss or just because you're sweet? Girl, all I know is every time you're here.
You cannot be friends with anyone who wants your life, point blank, period. Many of you who have began blog sites, who have gone on to actually be entrepreneurs, and you're doing something like a t-shirt line or whatever it is that you have going on, you will notice that at the launch of whatever it is that you're doing, you find more support from outsiders than you do from the people that are supposed to be in your very inner circle. And that is an indication that you might be around some people who actually want your life and want to become you. When you begin to excel and exceed, you'll notice that the people who quote unquote said that they had your back really don't have your back. A lot of times people ain't supporting you, they sit and study you. People act like, oh, well, if I click like, they overthink situations too. If I click like, then they'll really understand that I'm studying them. So I'm just going to act like I'm closing a blind eye. I don't see anything. I'm in denial about you blowing up and all of your success, and I don't know anything. No. A lot of times people know exactly what is going on in your life. They hear about how many people are receiving you and everything else. And meanwhile, you're going on and you're pursuing your purpose. And the road is so hard. It's arduous. It's a hard journey out here. And you don't even know what the people that I'm serving, the people I'm keeping company with, are the very people that's like, I really don't want you to succeed. And many people think that you won't succeed if they...
Oh, Lord, the girl was cooking. Yes. Yeah, she was cooking. But I'm going to say something and you're going to think I'm a spiritual elitist. If you're dealing with people like that, listen, I want you to play it one more time. I'm sorry. Because if you're dealing with somebody, listen, she's describing a consciousness level. And if you're dealing with somebody that's at that consciousness level, that is a mirror reflection of something you need to work on. Because how did you find yourself in that circle of people that's going to be competing with you? I mean, these are people on your team, right? She wasn't lying. No. She was not lying one bit. But this goes back to my analysis of what's the good brother who passed away? I forgot his name just that quick. Everybody tries to say I'm like him. Kevin Samuels, right? Nobody understands Kevin Samuels from the perspective that I do. I say, Kevin Samuels was exceedingly useful, just like this young lady. I'm not saying she's espousing any of the points that Kevin Samuels made. But what I'm saying is Kevin Samuels was speaking to a certain level of consciousness. And I said, if you listen to what Kevin Samuels was saying, it was totally in alignment with the way America is. So he wasn't lying. He simply wasn't lying, but he was speaking to a certain level of consciousness. He was talking about social game rules. Period. If you got bread and resources, you've got power. That's how America is set up. If you're not aesthetically attractive, who are you to be talking? That's how America is set up. So I being objective and sitting back and listening to him, I was like, yes, he's abrasive. Yes, he's disrespectful. Yes, he's condescending. But is he lying? For a certain level of consciousness, no, he's not. So when I'm listening to the young lady, just really breaking it down. Do you know the majority of us act like that? Start doing better in the presence of your friends and see if they don't switch up and start acting a little different. I'm going to say this again because I said it before. Quincy Jones gave me a jewel once. He said, he was talking about music and he was talking about hip hop. He said, you hip hoppers, y'all got it right. He said, it's y'all time. Go get that money. It was me and Cool Mo D sitting in his living room. He said, yo, go get the money. He said, but guess what? You better make sure you pay your friends. Because if you don't give your friends jobs, they're going to get envious of you and they're going to rob you. Those are his exact words. Then he goes on to say, then after you get all the money and you've given your friends jobs so that their belly is full and so that they don't have the compunction to rob you, then he said, go out into the world and see if your money has any power. Imagine if you're in a relationship with somebody who hasn't truly discovered what they're on planet Earth to do, and they're looking at you with the side eye because you're evolving and elevating and expanding and growing, and you're leaning into your purpose. Oh, when we come forward, we're going to get much deeper into this one.
I scream your name, that's what you got to do it, darling. I can't get enough of your love, baby. Girl, I don't know why. I can't get enough of your love, baby. Oh no, baby. Girl, if I can only make you see and make you understand. Girl, your love for me is all I need, and more than I can stand. Oh, well, babe.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. A brewery once opened in Buckhead, Georgia is going to pay a black chef a large chunk of cash connected to a discrimination lawsuit. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission claims the Iron Hill Brewery fired a chef after he complained about mistreatment against black, Hispanic, and female staff members. The restaurant closed down last month. The chain must now pay the fired black chef $115,000 as part of the settlement. A new legal cannabis dispensary is now open near the heart of New York City. It's called Nichols, and it's located near Times Square. Nichols has a state license to sell cannabis, unlike several illegal shops near them, which have been padlocked and hit with steep fines. Mayor Eric Adams, who is black, and Governor Kathy Hochul have been cracking down on illegal cannabis shops that have opened and operated in the city to help the legal dispensaries get a fair chance and to keep New Yorkers safe from unregulated product often found in the unlicensed shops. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
The link between Los Angeles and 6 Southern California counties. MetroLink is your transportation link between the people and places you care about. Whichever link you're making, MetroLink will be your in-between. Visit metrolinktrains.com.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcasts of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader. Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Many homeowners and businesses use man-made stone as an alternative to traditional stone for their countertops. Handling these products puts workers' lives at risk. Without proper conditions, workers could die from the terminal lung disease silicosis. Employers must supply respiratory protection and water systems. It's essential to wet stone when cutting it to prevent breathing in dust. Do away with dusty, deadly practices. Visit WorkSafeWithSilica.org. This is a message from Cal OSHA.
Tips to help improve your credit score in 2024. Establishing credit is an important key to achieving financial health, but building a credit history from scratch can feel challenging since you need credit to build credit. First, what does it mean to build credit? All consumers have a score between 300 and 850. You want your score to be as high as possible as lenders look at your credit score to make loan and credit decisions. A good credit score shows you have a track record of borrowing money responsibly. Remember, it's never too late to build or rebuild your credit. This segment is sponsored by JP Morgan Chase & Company.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Single Moms Planet is a nonprofit organization dedicated to uplifting under-resourced single mom business owners and working mothers nationwide. Single Moms Planet offers comprehensive programs of financial literacy, business development, mentorship, and entrepreneurial training. They provide education, accountability, and hope. Single Moms Planet was founded by model, TV personality, and producer Nefertiri Plessy. Nefertiri felt firsthand the challenges that face single moms as she was raised by a working single mother. She learned that the most disadvantaged group in the United States are single mom families. According to the U.S. Census, 30% live under the poverty line. So she decided to do something about it, along with co-founder Cole Patterson. Their goal is to end the poverty cycle in single mother households through education, opportunity, and networking, providing family and child enrichment programs for under-resourced single-parent families. Single Moms Planet serves over 10,000 single moms and their children each year. Studies show that business development and financial literacy provide a positive environment for children and families, exposing them to new possibilities and opportunities. To attend one of their fun events, make a donation, or get more information, or if you need help as a single mom, please visit singlemomsplanet.org. That's singlemomsplanet.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Jealousy is a beautiful thing to have for your partner.
Okay, speak more on that.
Jealousy is a very beautiful thing to have for somebody.
Because it's protective.
Because it's absolutely protective and it shows how much you love them. Envy is different. I wish I was that guy that hugged you. Big difference than we're that close with each other. Even that hug is shared with somebody else, I feel something.
Mm-hmm.
You can also say, at what point does somebody not even get to have any expression whatsoever? I mean, that's a whole different kind of conversation. And people need to challenge what they believe is comfortable. Because I think that if people really loved each other, they'd go out of their way to see where that line is. Spend more time on it. Go deeper with it. Find a line and make it about something more than just each other. And I think you could find a good, solid ground. A negotiation, not a compromise. Jealous.
Wow. He said jealousy is a good thing. I think that is, I think I could rock with that. A little jealousy isn't bad. Because you know how many people want to know that you want them? So I guess if you show a little jealousy, that also reflects your interest level. Like, hey, I don't want anybody else to have you. I want you. Now, when it get crazy, you know, because jealousy can go, let's just put jealousy on a spectrum, right? A little jealousy is good for the relationship. But when jealousy turns toxic, that's a whole nother discussion. That's another topic when jealousy turns toxic. And I love the distinction that he made between jealousy and envy. Envy is on some old, it's something you got, I want, and I'm mad you got it. And I'm with you because you got something I want. Oh, that was a very good twist on what he was saying. I'm going to say this. If you're in a relationship with somebody who has a fully developed purpose, do not be jealous or envious of the purpose. Don't be either one of those things toward their purpose. Understand, right, that their purpose is in fact who they are. What they were born to do. Can you imagine Michael Jordan being famous for owning a gang of McDonald's? 6'6", super athletic, big hands, can hoop, dunking. But he's famous for McDonald's franchises. He was clearly born to do that. Right? Michael Jackson, Prince, clearly born to do what they supposed to be doing. Andy, here comes
George Foreman.
George Foreman was clearly born to knock people's head off. And he didn't discover the grill. The grill was brought to him. You didn't know that? Man, you better go watch his movie. The grill opportunity was brought to him. Hey, put your name on this. He was like, and you know, he had a team that was looking for different things to align himself with in order to make money. This is his second time around. This is after he becomes the champ again at, you know, the oldest champ ever in his 40s when he beat Michael Moore. But again, you know, Foreman, have you seen his story? He was born to knock blocks off. And he did that. And I always tell men, go get the book by David Deida, right? He is the author of a book called The Way of the Superior Man. And he has a book. He says, every man knows that his highest purpose in life cannot be reduced to any particular relationship. If a man prioritizes his relationship over his highest purpose, he weakens himself. He disserves the universe and cheats his woman of an authentic man who can offer his full undivided presence. And I believe it goes both ways. I don't think it's just men, right? Because from the way this is written, women have no purpose. And I don't believe that that's true. I believe women have purpose too, right? But the way he frames this, I think it's bi-directional, especially that last piece. So we'll do it this way. If a man or woman prioritizes the relationship over their highest purpose, they weaken themselves. They do a disservice to the universe, and they cheat each other out of an authentic person who can offer their full, undivided presence. You got some men that say corporate America has ruined the spirit of women, has made them more masculine. Now, when I talk about purpose, I'm not talking about corporate America. I'm talking about the reason you're here. Not your career, the reason you're here on planet Earth. And I'm sure it's more than to be a Fortune 500 executive. 1-800-920-1580. We got callers from all over the country. People want to get in here and talk about it. Who's been on the longest? Attila from Houston, Texas. Attila, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Well, first of all, I love the way you frame this. This is very, very nice. Very good.
Mm-hmm. This your topic,
so,
though.
I mean, yeah, but like, you know, you be doing the framing and stuff, you know, it's just the way I think the way that you explain the information really, really helps. Because, you know, that's not our strong point. Like, when you're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, my God, I'm going to have to, like, write a whole dissertation to let them know what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, no, I liked it. It was very good. But anyway, so I wanted to, first of all, thank the people who have given me these lessons that I'm about to share with you guys. But there's 5 lessons that I've learned on envy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first being that your presence is a reminder of someone's perceived shortcomings. So that's something to remember in regards to dealing with people. You know, I know earlier you were saying that the idea is kind of foreign to you, but you have to remember you're not in their head, right? You don't know what they've battled in the same way that they don't know what you've battled. And so whatever shortcomings they have yet to really overcome and deal with, your light is a direct reflection of the work they have yet to do. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2, much of what a person admires about you can actually be the very thing that they end up hating you for later because they fail to either become you or to subdue you.
Ooh.
Okay?
Ooh.
Number 3. Oh, I'm not done. Number 3. Hold on, because I got 5 of them. Number 3. They lack spiritual maturity and they'll never admit that, right? They're not going to talk about their true feelings. And that's mostly due to a lack of connection with their true self, right? We talk about the mask all the time. That's where that comes from. And really, it's a catch-22 because by you trying to pull me down, you're hurting yourself. All right? Number 4, their false mask is actually your authentic face. All right? So this is enrageful to a person who's, like, actively envious. I'm not talking about a person who, you know, doesn't really know and is not attached to himself. I'm talking about people who are actually actively envious, jealous, whatever you want to call it. Your true face being their mask, it enrages them. Why? Because you're loved for being who you are, and that's somebody that they'll never become.
Wait, hold the last one. Wait, hold
Yes.
the last one. When we come forward, we're going back to Houston, Texas, and then we're going to Austin, Texas.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
To help combat climate change, LADWP is helping neighborhoods have better access to electric vehicles by awarding nearly $130 million in EV rebates to customers just like you. From big savings on used EVs to building new charging plazas, LADWP is charging ahead to help all Angelinos experience the benefits of EVs. Get rebates of up to $4,000 for a used EV and $1,750 for a charger. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
Looks like Bobby needs a ride again.
Grab the keys. Let's take our auntie to the swap meet. Grab the keys.
Whether you're giving rides or hauling gear, do it all in a Chevy SUV. Head to your local Chevy dealer, where well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Malibu, Colorado, Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse limited models. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 15.8% must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 7/1/24.
Hey, LA residents, it's planting season and the perfect time to get shade trees growing around your home. LADWP and City Plants are giving every resident up to 7 free trees. That's right, 7 free trees delivered right to your door. Trees are great for the environment, help improve air quality, and can help you save on your bill when you use less air air conditioning to stay cool indoors. Learn more at ladwp.com/free trees. That's ladwp.com/free trees.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
If you say you care about the community, you have to also care about the climate. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Come on, Barry. Hey, do y'all remember that scene in Bruce Almighty when Jim Carrey has the power of God and he's on the balcony changing, the stars and pulling the moon in? This is the record that's playing. Barry White was one of the greatest composers ever, man. And a lot of people don't understand. Did you know? If it wasn't, Michael Jackson wanted, of course, he wanted Quincy Jones to produce his first album. And, of course, he got Quincy to produce his first album. But could you imagine the label wanted Maurice White from Earth, Wind & Fire. Can you imagine if Maurice White or even Barry White produced Michael's first album? Do you think it would have been a hit? Do you think they would have captured it? I think Quincy was the perfect, he was the perfect choice. But when I'm listening to this music, man, it's so rich. It's so incredible. You're listening to The Voice of Reason. We have an amazing conversation here. We got Attila from Houston, Texas. As a matter of fact, all the calls right now are from Texas. Texas is on this topic right now. Let's get Attila's final breakdown here. She had one more point. Let's get it. Attila, you there?
It's just so apropos. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
We
It's
got
just
you.
so apropos. You know what I'm saying? With Juneteenth and Texas coming in. Come on now.
Come on, Texas. Show up. Show out.
Yes. My people always support. But nonetheless, all right, so the last one, now this might be a little controversial, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is what I learned. No amount of grace will quench the thirst of a person who lacks the humility to accept it.
Say it one more time. Give it to us one more time.
No amount of grace will quench the thirst of a person who lacks the humility to accept it.
Wow.
It doesn't mean you don't give it, but just understand that I think self-forgiveness is very important because these are human emotions that we're discussing, right? So it's not to villainize anyone, but it is to understand that you do your part and that's it. That's all you can do.
That's heavy.
But yes.
That's heavy. And it's hard to not, comparison is such a deeply rooted kind of conditioned reaction in our culture. That's where that old saying, keeping up with the Joneses, come from, right? Everybody's always looking to the left and looking to the right and kind of comparing themselves. And I think comparison is probably one of the most dangerous things you can do in or out of a relationship, But let me say this.
Yes. Oh, my God, yes.
Guess what you just did, Attila?
All right. Wait, I got one more thing to say.
Okay,
one more thing.
Go ahead. One more.
Can I say it? Can I say it? One more thing? Okay, someone in the comments made a really interesting point about hate and envy, and then I followed that up with a question. What comes first, hate or envy? I would say that your self-hate is what produces the envy. Okay, I'm done. All right.
Wow. Heavy hitter. She brought Houston, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Let's get it. Reggie, Austin, Texas. Get in here.
Man, this topic really rings with me because it's something that I had to get over with myself. I've been on both sides of this thing. And one thing I found is that envy has as its root a scarcity mindset. You believe that there's only so much success that can go around, and if this person has the shine and you don't, but it's enough light for everybody. It's enough life for everybody. It's enough excellence for everybody. And I can't be you at your best, even if I tried. I could dress like you. I could get some contacts to make my eyes like you. I could do all the things to make me look like you, use your phrases and not give you credit for it, all those things. But I can't be you. And the only way you are the best version of yourself, is because you went through some pain. And nobody can go through that pain with you.
Wow.
They can't hurt for you. They can walk beside you, but they can't experience it the way you did. Right. And it's because the experience you had that makes you the person that you are. And I'm talking about you specifically.
Clearly, and every time you call in here, you talking about me specifically. Go ahead.
Bro, man, and it goes with everybody. It's like nobody can tell your story. Your blues ain't like anybody else's.
Right.
It's your brand. It's your brand of blues. And that's what makes you excellent. And man, you wasting time trying to be like somebody else when you can be your best you. You know. And then the second thing, as far as jealousy is concerned, I really don't understand why you want to waste time being like somebody else. I mean, just covering their steps, doing the things that they've done, and getting some false shine from them. I mean, it's not a true light. All you can have at best is their shade. That's all you can have. You can't have your own light. You can just have a reflection of theirs. I mean, you look at the moon is just a reflection of the sun. Like, that's all it is. It doesn't even have its own light. It's just a reflection. It's a big star. That's all it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you want to be real and be honest, you have to go through that pain. And a lot of people aren't willing and able to go through that pain. Right. They just want to shine, but not, the pain that made the shine what it is.
Right. 100% agree, man. 100% agree. Guess what you just did, brother?
Brought Austin in the building.
Austin, Texas is in the building because of Reggie. Don't let the East Coast and the Southeast and y'all. Where's Los Angeles? Get in here. Not after Juneteenth, our third anniversary, and Kendrick showing out. LA, come on, y'all got to show up. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. When I tell you, this is a heavy topic, you know I got to bring in Krishnamurti. You know I got to do it. Krishnamurti says something very profound here. He says, the purpose can be invented by clever people, or you can invent purpose out of your misery, confusion, and conflict. But the purpose is not the meaning. The meaning is to find out for yourself by looking at yourself, the depth of your heart, the depth of your feelings, the depth of your thought. See, for many people, yes, we're here to do something. But you guys hear me say this all the time. There's a difference between doing and being. Right? Let me give you an example. Let me use myself as an example. Clearly, God gave me something. And that something translates best in my writing, in my radio presentation, in my retention of knowledge, in my understanding. But at the same time, that's my doing. That's my purpose. That's what I'm here to do for others. For me personally, I still struggle. It's almost like God poured this purpose into me so I can do it for others. But for me, it's still a struggle. So there is a disconnect, almost a cognitive dissonance between, an incongruence, so to speak, in between being and doing. And that's part of the reason I'm here, is to figure out how to balance the two. When we come forward, we're going to Dallas, Texas. We're going to Baltimore, Maryland. We're going to Pensacola, Florida. A lot of people got a lot to talk about. Let's get it.
I've got to keep you pleased in every way I can. Gonna give you all of me, as much as you can stand.